Hey, what's up, guys? A lot of you have been asking about a Shorty version of the Blackbird, and ta-da, here it is for your consideration. Now, the way I came across this is many years ago, I got it in a trade, and it started life as a classic. So those of you who ask, can you convert these into Blackbirds? Well, here's a 5K Superbird, so yes, you can. They're basically the same parts. Besides the Bumblebee being, some of the polymer parts being yellow, they have a hole over here on this side, and it's covered up with a plug that's glued in there. And that is for accessing the potentiometer that controls pulse width duration. And on the older ones, you could pop that out and play around with it. And then when they went to the Blackbird, they just filled that in. And there's still a dimple there, but there's no plug or anything. Sometimes that plug will fall out and get lost, or people take it out and lose it. What else is different? The frame handle is ever so slightly smaller on the inside, or maybe it's this pin location, because when you put a latch plate on one of these, the pin clearance on the bolts that go in the that hold the latch plate on the magazine, they rub up against it a little more than they normally do with the Blackbird. But other than that, yeah, they're the same parts. Now, with a Blackbird, they have a longer muzzle that is just so you can attach the fake suppressor tube that they come with. It's got a little set screw on the bottom, so you loosen that set screw and that comes off. But the muzzle's about that long, which kind of looks goofy. So on the Bumblebees and the Classics, you've just got this short muzzle, which I like. And I don't think you can get much more compact than this. This one has the GMC wire stock. I'd actually loaned this to my mom as it came from the factory. She had a problem with copperheads at her house, and I said, why don't you just take this? Well, she did, and she never used it. It just sat up for years in the case. She never did anything with it, and I forgot about it, and I remembered it one day recently, and I said, hey, do you still have that? And she's like, yeah, you want me to bring it over? I'm like, yeah. And then when she brought it over, I'd forgotten that I put the wire stock on it. So that is really cool. These wire stocks, they're adjustable a couple of ways. They come out forwards and backwards. There's little cutouts along here. Let's see how many cutouts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4 cutouts. So you've got 5 positions, you know, forwards and backwards. These stocks are great for training up grandkids or your kids, because they can grow with them. And you can also fold it all the way over. So yeah, I got those stocks from Jim several years ago. I got 20 of them. And I was going to buy some more from him, and he just stopped communicating with me. I don't know. He still does have a website up, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below for you guys to bug the crap out of him. And yeah, just tell him I sent you. Now, a couple of things about these Pro V2 regulators. I can get these right now. And for direct connects, they're really good. The Pro V2 SHP, super high pressure. it gives you an output of 1100 psi, which is a good all-around pressure for running one of these Superbirds at. And if you can see this collar right here, this silver collar, there's 3 set screws around it that you can screw it down on whatever you're connecting it to. In this case, this magazine. Loosen these screws, and then you can actually rotate the bottle so you can locate your gauge and your fill nipple anywhere you want. I've done it so I can just look down at the gauge where it is, and then on the other side I can just fill it. When you run these direct connect systems, especially with pressure above 1000 psi, you really should be filling it on the magazine and shooting it all that day. You don't really want to leave these magazines pressurized. But yeah, so if you're interested in this one, I've got it, and things are pretty slow right now. I'm not sure how long I'll have it. Somebody might just really fall in love with it. There have been, like I said, there has been quite a lot of interest in a Shorty like this as of late. And I just happened to be able to put one together. And I do also still have that 5K replica. Nobody's picked that up yet. This time of year is generally really slow for me when kids are going back to school. I had some time, so I threw this together, and it'll be just ready to go whenever somebody wants to pull the trigger on it. All right, guys, later.